we are going to have the lowest GDP probably since 2008. What does this mean for the common man? What does it mean for all of us?
Right, and I think maybe just before that, Shradha, sort of there is real GDP, there is nominal GDP, and there is GDP at purchasing power parity. When we talk about growth rates, it's generally real GDP. That means GDP at a constant price. So it can be on 2012 prices or whatever base year you want, so that you don't have inflation distorting it. So yes, the general this thing and the pointers we have are from the US because that comes out with numbers a little faster than India releases it. So the general indication for the first quarter was US GDP contracted 4.8%. And this is with only 2 weeks of impact of coronavirus because really they started affecting in March. When we look at the second quarter, the forecasts are anywhere from 20% to 30%. These are numbers that are off the charts. As a financial economist, professional economist, we haven't seen these numbers. In India, it's a much younger economy. We have a certain amount of spending because of the demographics, etc., and the level of development. So for India, contraction is unparalleled. For us, it just being flat itself is a big major recession. So the general forecasts are now, I think, tending towards a contraction. So the forecast from I think a lot of rating agencies, etc., are more like -2%, which historically, I mean, I can't remember a recession in India. So contraction is very, very. We don't have it on record really. So it is dire, and the numbers we're seeing out of China, 6%. I mean, these are all numbers off the chart. So if you want perspective, this for professional economists, this is the worst contraction since the Great Depression. That's 1930s. 2008 and all is nothing compared in macro terms. So what does it mean for a common man? The biggest thing is this is basically a supply side shock, which basically meant that certain companies could not work because of this medical illness. They had to shut this thing, which led to cash flow problems, which is now leading to layoffs. So companies are now either cutting salaries or letting go people, airline industry, hospitality. So this Friday, we will get the first snapshot of US unemployment. And if you want perspective, the last number in the US was 4.4%. This Friday, we are expecting it to increase to 16.4%.
Wow.
So it is, I mean, you can get some sort of magnitude. See, so for economists, this is like the numbers we haven't seen. So basically, jobs, there are about 30 million people in the US who have lost jobs over the course of 4 weeks, which is everything that was created over 10 years. So now, hopefully, some of these jobs will come back quickly. But this is the biggest problem. We don't know if it is 3 months away, 6 months away, 12 months away, 18 months away. The only consensus seems to be a vaccine is at least 18 months away, which essentially means that you can open an office, but can you ask your employees to come back? Because you don't have a vaccine. So the return can only be voluntary today. You can't compel anybody to come back to work because if they get infected, you don't have protection. So under these conditions, it's a very, very uncertain environment which we are looking at, which basically means that small and medium businesses could have cash flow problems, liquidity problems. Some of them will close down, which basically means some unemployment will increase. There is no two ways about it. For India, the additional complications of poverty, people below the poverty line is about 15%. There is a very real chance that could double.
Yeah.
So quite a few, we're talking about millions, could again slip below the poverty line, which basically means we have to have not only an economic goal, we have a social stability goal, which the government has to handle.